So, you want to learn more about all of this, right? I mean, I would imagine that's why you're watching. Fazbear Entertainment. Quite an interesting story this company has. Might as well get into it. Way back when William Afton was nothing but a child, his parents took him to a place that was called the Full Fez Circus. Although now, in modern times, it's known as something that Fazbear Entertainment does. Way back then, it was just a small little circus that traveled around, mostly during the fall. Welcome one, welcome all, to the great Fredbear singing show, brought to you by Fall Fest. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Finally in this stupid costume. Alright, let's make this quick. Hey kids, it's me, Coils the Clown. I'm here today to bring you the great Fredbear singing show. With that being said, please enjoy. Ooh. While the mechanics of it were quite unimpressive, the young William Afton was inspired, to say the least. From that day on, he knew that one day he would build a place of his own just like this. He had finally fallen in love with something that he would hold dearly to him. In fact, he'd fallen in so much love with it, he even bought up the old costumes from the location. After all these years, finally so close to bringing this place to life. Nothing could ever ruin this. Everything was perfect to William. After all, he'd finally started a family. Finally brought his dreams to life. That was until Henry showed up, unveiling some of the greatest animatronics at the time. Soon enough, the few guests that showed up at Fredbear's would disappear. But William persisted. That was until the day. It was his child's birthday. And though the animatronics scared him more than anything in the world, William still made him do the party at Fredbear's. However, he didn't exactly think everything through. The oldest of William's 3 children, Michael Afton, pulled a prank on his brother, but it ended up in tragedy. William lost a child and his dreams. Eventually, William was forced to take a deal with Henry Emily, selling over everything in the pizzeria to him. Although William would still continue to work on the building and work to fix the reputation of Fredbear's. A few years after that, with some long decision making, they came up with 4 new characters. Well, not exactly new. Of course, Fredbear and Spring Bonnie remained, and Chica, the big head character at Henry's old place, came back. But there was a new one. Not exactly an important character at the time, but later on would be one of the most well-known out of all of the abominations of Fazbear Entertainment. However, this didn't satisfy William. He was happy that his creations were still around, sure, but it wasn't his anymore. He still sold it to Henry. But then, Afton discovered something that would alter the entire history of Fredbear's family diner and everything after. He discovered that on the old Fredbear animatronic was a substance we would later know as Remnant. After some messing around with it, he discovered it could possibly bring back his child. But he needed someone to experiment on first. And who better than the child of the very man who had taken his dreams away? Charlie Emmerly, that day, possessed the puppet. Afton figured out how to work it, but he still needed to be sure. After 3 more disappearances, the location would slowly close down. But William still had one person left to bring back. His family would be back together again. Well, so he thought. It didn't work. He was infuriated. He'd tried so hard to get so far, and it just failed.